using special selling techniques will help you to increase your market stall sales and get your customers to want to buy from you. Hi, I'm Yara, and in this lesson we're going to look at ways that you can increase your sales by looking at 6 strategies in the art of persuasion. So let's get started. Look at 6 here today, but if any of you want to look further into this subject, I really recommend you buy the book Influence by Robert Cialdini. Absolutely brilliant in this field. So one of the principles we're going to look at now is the contrast principle. So imagine you're looking at someone's stall and they are selling cashmere scarves, and they have a pile of cashmere scarves here and a pile of cashmere scarves here. The price on these is £200 and the price on these is £400. You look at them both and you assess and you think, the £200 one is much better value because there doesn't seem much difference to them, just perhaps the colour, and £200, yes, I'll have that. Think of a different scenario. You go to someone's stall and they're selling cashmere scarves, and they have their pile of cashmere scarves here and they are £200, and there's nothing else to compare them to. And you think, £200? That's an awful lot of money for a cashmere scarf. I'm not going to spend that. So that is the power of the contrast principle. Whatever you're selling, which may normally be quite a high-end product, contrast it with something even more expensive, and these guys will sell more. The liking principle. If you're a Market Street trader, this is the main principle that you will operate under, because people like buying from people, because you can build rapport with each other. If you're a market stall trader, your main thing will be to be pleasant to people. You'll want them to like you, and you will be liked in turn. People buy from people that are like them. So, let's say you're selling at a country fair. It's a hunting, shooting, fishing event. It's a game fair. You will do better if you dress in the way that your customers are dressing. So you can imagine the kind of clothes to wear. Or if you're selling at an equine event, I'm not saying you've got to wear your jumpers and your riding hat, but there is a certain way that your customers will dress, and I would suggest to dress similar to them, if you know what I mean. That will help in the liking of the person, because we like people that are like us. Another principle is the scarcity principle. If we think there are only a few left of something, we are more inclined to buy it right there and then. Internet sales uses this a lot. eBay, for example, or when they say there's only a few of these items left, you're more, oh, I've got to buy it now. It's more urgency. There's more urgency to buy it now. So you can use this by sort of actually saying, well, I've only got a few of those left and I'm not likely to be able to get any more. Obviously, if it's true, but make customers aware of this. But scarcity is definitely something that will increase your sales. The reciprocation principle. This is brilliant if you sell foods that you can offer people to taste, because the rule of reciprocation is, if I give someone something, they are more likely to give the equivalent or more value back. So offering someone a taster of your wares is more likely to get them to want to buy back, apart from the fact that it's going to be delicious and they'll want it there and then. But they will want to reciprocate your kind gesture. Yes, reciprocation. But also you can do this in any way, whether you give someone a business card, that will also use this principle, even though it sounds mad, but yes. Now, authority principle, I love this whole thing. When you're watching television and you see someone in a white coat telling you to use this sort of toothpaste because it's the best, just because they are wearing a white coat doesn't mean that they're the assumed dentist. There's nowhere that says this person is a dentist. It never says Julie Smith, dentist. That's just not the case. They're using that technique to get you to buy because the assumption is that it's a dentist telling you that this product is good. So similarly, on a stall, particularly in the food area, if someone is wearing their chef's whites, maybe a chef's hat, that person is then perceived as a chef who knows what they're doing, and they have a certain level of qualification within their product. So that's a very good, I mean, so a lot of people use aprons. Probably most stallholders will not be aware of why they're doing that, but that is definitely a technique that will help to sell, or to help give the customer the sense that you are authoritative in your particular area of expertise. This can work. I mean, look at policemen. If someone is wearing a uniform, you automatically make the assumption that they are, that they have that authority. So that is the authority principle. And the principle social proof. This principle sort of tells us that if other people do it, it's okay for us to do it as well. It's another shorthand that our brains need. So, as an example, at a food festival, we see people head down, tasting from stall to stall to stall. They're doing what the people in front of them are doing. And it's almost like a production line, and it's slightly disturbing to watch, actually. Or if basically, if we see other people do something, it's therefore okay for us to do. Roger Bannister, 1959, when he broke the 4-minute mile, he was the first person to ever have done that. And now since, there are, I think, about 2,000-ish people who've managed to do that, but it's probably not that our bodies have become faster, it's probably because it's now someone is able to do it, so therefore I can do it. Or not me per se, but it opens up the barriers that humans had of themselves beforehand. Social proof is used, we use it a lot in social media. Getting a thumbs up. It helps us think, oh, if other people have liked that, then it must be good. So, giving someone the thumbs up in Facebook has more implications than you might think. And while we're on the subject, you know what to do. Thank you. It'll tell everybody that this is a good video, hopefully. So, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you at the next one. Thank you.